Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something pretty incredible. How you can actually reprogram your subconscious mind to help you achieve your biggest, most ambitious goals.
Let's start with a thought from Nikola Tesla. This was a guy who basically invented the modern world, and he believed the secret to his seemingly impossible inventions, well, it wasn't just in his lab, it was in the power of his subconscious. He didn't just build things, he visualized them completely in his mind first.
So what even is the subconscious? The best way to think about it is like an iceberg. That little tip you see sticking out of the water, that's your conscious mind, the part that makes deliberate choices. But the massive, powerful base hidden underneath, that's your subconscious. And get this, it's driving about 95% of your decisions, habits, and automatic reactions. Seriously, this hidden part of your mind is basically a superpower. And just understanding it is the very first step to learning how to control it. And I'm not exaggerating here. In fact, Stanford's Dr. Bruce Lipton estimates it's about 1 million times more powerful than your conscious mind. Think about that. While your conscious mind is juggling, say, 40 bits of information per second, your subconscious is behind the scenes processing millions. It's a supercomputer. And if you want some proof of just how powerful it is, look no further. First, it seems to have a virtually unlimited memory, like a giant hard drive that stores everything. Then there's the placebo effect, where your belief alone can create real, physical changes in your body. And through things like hypnosis, people can recall memories they thought were gone forever with perfect clarity. Okay, but if it's so powerful, why doesn't it always work for us? Why do we get stuck? Well, the answer lies in these invisible patterns, most of which were created way back in our childhood. Let's look at a simple story to see how this works. You've got two boys, T2 and Sonu. T2 always heard things like money doesn't grow on trees, so he grew up afraid of taking risks. But Sonu? He heard where there's a will, there's a way, so he saw challenges as opportunities. See? Their childhood experiences literally created the belief patterns that would go on to shape their entire adult lives. And that brings us to the most crucial point. If you don't take control of these old patterns, they will control you, making your decisions for you without you even realizing it. You can think of it like your phone running on old, outdated software. To get new features, better performance, you have to run an update, right? Your mind is exactly the same. Those old limiting beliefs, they just need an update. So how do we actually do it? How do we install that new software? Okay, let's get into the toolkit. Here are 6 really powerful techniques you can start using. We'll just touch on these 6 core methods. It all starts with identifying what's holding you back right now. From there, we move into things like a dopamine detox, using mindfulness, and practicing affirmations, all designed to help you actively build brand new empowering beliefs. The very first step is just awareness. Seriously, start a journal. And whenever you feel stuck or resistant, just stop and ask yourself this one simple question. Write down the answer. Just getting it out of your head and onto paper is half the battle. Now think of your mind like soil. You just can't grow incredible things, big dreams, big goals, in barren soil that's full of negativity and complaints. To make that soil fertile, you need what our source cleverly calls ChatGPT, gratitude, positivity, and thankfulness. And affirmations? They're all about planting the right seeds in that fertile soil. The actor Shah Rukh Khan famously repeated, "I am the best," over and over again to build the unshakable confidence that helped make him a superstar. That's a classic, powerful example of mirror work in action. But here's the thing, and this is really important. A single formula doesn't work for everyone. What worked for him might not work for you. You need to create a personal plan, one that's tailored to your own personality and your own learning style. This table is a great starting point. It shows you how to match specific techniques to your own style for the best results. For example, if you're a verbal learner who processes things by writing, then physically write down your goals. If you're more of an auditory person, record them in your own voice and listen back. And hey, for all the overthinkers out there, focused breathing, it's pretty much non-negotiable. All right, now that you've got your personalized toolkit, it's time to actually put it into action with a simple but really powerful challenge. So why 21 days? Where does that number even come from? Well, the concept comes from a plastic surgeon, Dr. Maxwell Maltz, who noticed it took his patients about 21 days to get used to their new face. It's since become this popular benchmark because that's roughly how long it takes our brains to form and strengthen new neural pathways, making a new habit feel more natural and automatic.
And how will you know it's actually working? You'll start noticing these subtle but really powerful shifts. You'll catch your negative thoughts faster. You might start taking small risks you used to avoid. And honestly, you'll just feel an overall increase in your daily joy and positivity.
So look, this isn't just some interesting theory. Think of it as a mission. We've given you the map. The only question left is what new belief will you choose to teach your mind first, starting today?